Okay, so here is my book talk on The Longest Ride. And I read this book on my Kindle. So there is what the book would look like as the front cover if you were to purchase it. And the book is written by Nicholas Sparks, and it's a romance novel. So, I mean, what girl doesn't like romance genre books? And I think the author's purpose was to show that, like, love prevails over everything, and that was the theme throughout, that both couples really appreciated spending time with each other and loved each other. And the title of the book really had a significant meaning because the longest ride for Luke in the beginning would have been surviving 8 seconds on a bull, but at the end of the story, his longest ride was his lifelong, like, his journey with his partner, Sophia. And so that theme, that went along with the theme with the, like, love conquers everything. And I have a few pictures to share for this book, and they're on my Chromebook. So here is Sophia and Luke, and Sophia is a girl who she's in a sorority house, and that's not really her element because she's more independent and she likes to keep to herself, and she's really has a very good work ethic. And she goes to a rodeo because her friend Marcia convinces her to, but which that again is really out of her element, and she just really didn't want to go really. But she ends up finding and connecting with Luke, and they spend the night talking together, and they really connect with. Luke is more of a very independent person too, but he's more selfish in ways, like, he knows riding is very dangerous because he had gotten in a almost fatal accident, and so he knows he shouldn't be doing it, but yet he still is. So they're the couple that is really the present day couple with the modern issues that go along with that. And then there's Ira and Ruth. And Ira just loves his wife so much. It is literally unbelievable because they collected artwork, and he didn't really care about artwork, but he loved seeing her face when she got a new painting. And a quote I chose from Ira as the excerpt of the book was, and he's saying this to Ruth, he said, "I wish I had the talent to paint the way I feel about you, for my words always feel inadequate. I imagine using red for your passion and pale blue for your kindness, forest green to reflect the depth of your empathy, and bright yellow for your unflagging optimism. And still I wonder, can even an artist's palette capture the full range of what you mean to me?" So, I mean, he's very sweet, and he's very compassionate and loving towards her. And Ruth, she really loves Ira with all her heart as well. And like I mentioned, she loves art, and she would do anything for a new piece of art. And so she collects and collects, but still, her love for Ira, there's still something missing in her life. And that is because of Ira's accident in World War II, where they were no longer able to have children, and she had always wanted to have children, and she dreamed of having children, but she couldn't. And so she is a loving, caring teacher who just loves her students. And here is Ira and Ruth in the same spot that Sophia and Luke were. But that's the flashback. And you see, Ira was in an accident at the beginning of the book, and he is explaining Ira and himself and Ruth's life throughout all these flashbacks. So that was the picture of them from a flashback. And then this is a picture of Ira when he was older, when Sophia found him at the hospital. So there's that. And the book starts off, like I said, with Ira gets into an accident. And the book has a 3-part. It's Ira, Luke, and Sophia. And they all tell their own stories, and they all tell something in their own perspective. And so, like, you know that something is going to happen where they become connected. And this is how. Ira was in the car accident. He's having flashbacks of his life, and that's how you find out about Ruth and the life he had with Ruth. And then you have, then Luke and Sophia were the ones who found him eventually. And so they take him to the hospital. They connect with him. They find out that he passes away, which you would think would be a major part of the book, but it really is, and it's very, very sad, and it's very emotional. But that's not even the biggest thing, because you know that he wants to be with his wife. And so you know that that's truly what he wanted. So that makes you feel better about the death of him. And so Ira and Ruth are... Okay. Scratch that. Luke and Sophia attend an auction of Ira and Ruth's. And so they go there, and they never thought that going to this auction would change their life. And that's where I'm going to leave you off there. And it is a great book, and I would recommend it to almost anyone, but particularly, you know, girls who like the romance genres and Nicholas Sparks books, you know. And it reminds me a lot of The Notebook in how they connect and break up and then get back together, and everything's so much different. And the book also is made into a movie, which is a great movie, my second favorite movie personally. It's a great movie. And I think that the actors and actresses really portray the people in the book very well. So that's a really good recommendation, but there is some sexual content in both the book and the movie, with a lot of books that, you know, see today. And like I said, I think girls would really enjoy this book. And something that left me really wondering was, like, what were Ira's last thoughts when he died? Like, was he just so excited? Was he scared to die? Was he just like, I'm going to be with my wife? Or did he want, more time to spend living in the memory? Or did he just really want to be with her? And then also, like, I wanted to know more about Sophia and Luke's life. Like, it just kind of left you hanging, like, oh, they got engaged, they got married, and then what? Did they, you know? In the movie, it really, really, like, it portrays what they did after. But in the book, it doesn't, and I just kind of wish that would have been an element. So, thank you.